Hi everyone. So today I'll be doing my Bath and Body Works empties for the last 2 months or so. I'll have these separated into categories, but let me start off with hand soaps. So the first one we have lemon poppy seed. I bought this for 75% off. When I find 75% off soaps, normally for some reason they always tend to be fall hand soaps. I'm on the lookout for some spring and summer scents, so we'll see if maybe during the next SAS they have that. But this one's really nice. If I were to find this scent again, I would stock up because I just really like it. Poppy seed scone, zesty lemon, and sugar glaze. So this one, you definitely pick up on a grain note. I'm assuming that's the poppy seed. It's almost kind of like a muffin, and the lemon note is present, but it's not too tangy, zesty. So I think that's why it was released. Ooh, I might be wrong, but I think it was released during the fall. And the sugar glaze, it's detectable, but it's not the main note. I definitely think the main note is the grain note that you get from the poppy seed. And it's not too gourmand where I feel like your hands, I don't know, like you got frost, on your hands, or I don't know, your hands are sticky. So yeah, this one, I would repurchase it. I think my family also enjoyed that one. So next we have two of the same hand soaps. I think that one of them was in my dad's bathroom, and then the other one we finished it in the bathroom that we all use. And that is Marshmallow Fireside. So this one, I think I finished everything. So there's not really like the liquid to show, but it was this kind of weird, sad looking gray color. So while I personally wouldn't purchase a sad gray looking Marshmallow Fireside, I think if maybe it was in just like a clear liquid, or I don't know, does Bath and Body Works still use dyes in their hand soaps? I don't know, but I have a bunch of older ones, and some of them are colored, like it's pink or red, so on and so forth. So Marshmallow Fireside, same fragrance notes, toasted marshmallow, smoldering woods, fire roasted vanilla, old price point of $7.50. I think my mom wanted to reuse one of these for, I think, a lotion, and then I told her, hey, this is like a foaming soap, I don't think that's gonna work. And so she gave it back to me. And then I think that this fragrance, I think, smells a little bit better in the hand soap than the last candle that I burned, because the last candle that I burned was a little bit more like that fake marshmallow scent. Sometimes it leans a little bit sweeter, but this one's leaning a little bit more like fire roasted mixed in with the woods. Almost like the woods, I don't know, it almost smells a little bit perfumey. Like if there was tobacco in here, I'd probably believe it. It's really nice. Though, however, I have a bunch of candles in Marshmallow Fireside, and I feel like there are other scents that I prefer more in a hand soap format. But if I saw this in, like, let's say a wallflower plug, a concentrated room spray, what's another thing, like a car fragrance, well, I'm trying to stay away from that. Hanging car diffuser, my words are getting tied. But I wouldn't purchase this in the hand soap, but if it was on sale, maybe if I had a coupon. But it was just all right. No complaints with my family on that one. And then the last one is, I think, one that my mom really likes. We have, of course, another fall hand soap in Afternoon Apple Picking. I believe, like, slight tidbit, I'm pretty sure Marshmallow Fireside used to be a fall scent, but then it was released also during the winter time. But I think technically these are all fall soaps. But going back to Afternoon Apple Picking, my mom really likes this, probably because of the crisp apple note. Crisp apple, succulent pear, and cinnamon. So yeah, $7.50, of course. So I realized that I think I dislike certain apple scents, like a red Macintosh, like a Macintosh that leans almost body care like, or it smells overripe. I think those are the ones that I don't really care for. But if it's like a juicy, crisp apple, I'm pretty okay with it. The cinnamon note in here is not red hot. It's just like that slightly sweetened cinnamon, like cinnamon mixed with sugar. And I like the apple note in here. I think it plays well with the pear note. Normally, pear notes can lean a little bit earthy to my nose, but I think this one, it just leans slightly like not so tart, but crispy fruit type of a scent. So if I saw this one, I would pick it up for my mom, my sister, just whoever. I'm trying to stay away from the gel hand soaps, because what ends up happening, specifically with the gel hand soaps, is that the last maybe this much, people can't pump it out, and then they're like, I'm tired of this hand soap, and I feel bad getting rid of it. So I don't know if anyone knows a trick to get rid of that final like little bits of it, because the foaming hand soap is pretty easy. Like, you just need to kind of angle it a certain way so that the nozzle fits. But the gel hand soap what is it called? Stem. Yeah, that part, it's not really curved. It's almost always straight. So I have to like do that whole put in some more water, mix it up, and it's just a hassle. Going back to this, like it, would repurchase it. All right, next, let's go on to body care. So I finally finished up an older aromatherapy scent. I really like this one. I don't think that it returned since it came out. Let me see. It looks like this was from 2021. You can tell by the older packaging. So this is the Aroma Oasis, Hibiscus, Mandarin, and Violet. I was using this after the shower and I sprayed it on my PJs. So out of all the notes listed, I think the one that was the most dominant would probably be the Violet, followed by the Hibiscus. The Mandarin was really like in the background. I didn't really get much of this like juicy orange type of a scent. Let's see, could I spray any? What was I saying? So this one, the main note that I get is definitely the Violet. It's a little bit intense, but I think it goes really well with the Hibiscus note. If you guys ever had like fresh waters and stuff, there's one called Agua de Jamaica. And normally that's made with like a concentrated format, and then you add either ice or more water. This smells almost as if the hibiscus was like concentrated, and then you mixed it in with the violet before adding any sugar, or like, this isn't a sweet scent is what I'm trying to say. If anything, it's just like a very refreshing, slightly floral scent. Again, I don't really pick up a lot on the Mandarin, but maybe it's just because the other notes are standing out to me. So this one, if I did see it again, I would repurchase it. But again, this hasn't come out since like 2021, so who knows? All right, next category, shower steamers. I believe these are the last ones that my sister and I finished up. We don't have any more, at least I don't think so. Anyways, let's go on to the one that my sister finished up. I think this is her like favorite scent, lavender and vanilla. Well, it's not really that it's her favorite scent. I think out of lavender, vanilla, eucalyptus and spearmint, and is it orange and ginger? I think this is her favorite one. So this is the old packaging. It has the old price point of $18.95. I always ask her to write sis on her products. And I think she's just kind of slowly fallen out of love with the shower steamers. I think she prefers the Halls slightly more than these, the ones that we get at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Though I think even with those, she used to go back and forth between which one she liked more. And I think now she's like, oh, I'd rather spend money on like a scrub or something else. So I think it's more of like there are other products that she would rather buy instead of a shower steamer, if you catch my drift. So this one, it's nice. If I were to find it 75% off, or maybe if I went to an outlet and it was on like super discount and maybe I had a coupon, like a 25% off or 20% off coupon, then I would get it. But otherwise, I'd probably just skip out on it unless there's a scent that really intrigues me. All right, and the shower steamer, the last one that I finished up, we have eucalyptus and pine. When it was first released under the name Northern Brights, I believe this came out in 2023. Yes, and this was the older price. Oh no, $19.95. I feel like that's now the regular price, because before they pretty much all had this packaging. So Northern Brights was a good scent. I was really debating whether or not to pick it up during the winter SAS. I believe that that scent did go down 75% off. But it just kind of seemed like a hassle. I think it was one of those situations where I would have had to place a buy online, pick up in store order, and drive like 45 minutes away, which honestly, where I live, everything's 30 to 45 minutes away, but it was just a little bit of a hassle. So if I were to see this scent again on sale with a coupon, I would pick it up. It's nice. Was it super strong? No, but it wasn't unscented. So yeah, there is that one. I think my sister also liked the scent, but she finished hers like a while ago, maybe like a year or two ago. Okay, next, let's go on to home fragrance, specifically the concentrated room sprays. So this is one that I gifted my aunt that she used in my grandma's room, and I think she liked it. So this is Vacation Vibes. I think not to be mistaken with the other Vacation Vibe or Vibes scent that was, I think, one of the Sol de Janeiro dupes. It might have been 62. But anyways, this one, it's a very sharp, borderline, I feel like my teeth might hurt if I was eating this pineapple, slightly stringy, with a little bit of, I want to say cherry. Yeah, so this one was, I think, okay when I smelled it in my grandma's room. I mainly pick up on the pineapple. I'm someone who enjoys pineapple in home fragrances, even if it's super bitter, sharp, and all that. The cherry note in here, I think it's bringing it down just a little bit. But I think if this was mixed in with maybe, let's say, take out the other fruit and mix it in with the strawberry, I think it would have gone a bit better. But if I were to see this, I would repurchase it. Am I sad that I didn't use it up? No, not so much, because I feel like I would rather use, let's say, strawberry melon from Bath and Body Works or just a different scent. One that we used up in the bathroom, specifically my dad's bathroom, we all really liked it. This is Frosted Sleigh Ride. I believe this might have been the one that smelled like a lightweight men's cologne. It's got this cologne-y vibe to it. It almost smells like there's like a fresh snow or fresh icicle scent. It's got like a little bit of an airy vibe to it. It's not super like evening time men's cologne. Not, to gender this room spray, but that's what I get. This one, I would repurchase it, and everyone in my family really liked it. So this one was a winner, Frosted Sleigh Ride. Okay, next we have a classic. I would always repurchase this in pretty much every format. Would I? Maybe not a hand soap. You know what? Forget that. I probably would buy this in a hand soap, and that is Fresh Balsam. We were mainly using this during the winter time. I mean, technically we're still in winter, but it's pretty hot right now. It's like usually average in the 70s. So this one, I think it's a classic scent. I'm someone who really enjoys Fresh Balsam. I think that one, along with Winter, were one of the first fragrances that I smelled from Bath and Body Works. So yeah, would repurchase it. Really like this one. And I think I have two more that I bought the last SAS. Okay, next going on to wallflower plugs. Let me go on to ones that my sister finished up, or at least I think she finished up. We have Falling Flurries. I think I gave this to her because I didn't like the scent. Don't know why I bought it. And this was when they had certain categories. I actually don't know if they still do that. Frozen Thyme, Fresh Eucalyptus, Ripe Pear, and Sandalwood. You know what? This might have been in my bathroom, but I don't know why. I can't remember. Maybe it's because these empties have been in this bag for so long. Yeah, I'm not sure what thyme smells like, but it almost smells like a little bit like a balsam that's less sharp. It's probably being toned down by the eucalyptus. Green mixed in with a little bit of water, or like you're watering something that's green. Maybe the eucalyptus? Not sure. But this one, I would repurchase it. Though I would only get it in a wallflower refill. I wouldn't go out of my way to get, let's say, a concentrated room spray or hand soap in that. Okay, next one, we have one that I think my sister finished up. We have Cozy Christmas PJs. This one, fragrance notes, winter white fur, cozy linen, soft cedarwood. So each time I read cedarwood, I'm a little bit nervous that it's going to be a bit too much, but I feel like it's a 50-50 chance that it's like super woody, but like not really woody. I think this is one that I really like. The linen in here, I think when I was imagining it, I thought it was going to be like a clean cotton or like a laundry type scent that's a little bit too harsh. But no, this one goes really well with the other notes. It almost reminds me of a Christmas tree, but if there were, let's say, I would say like fabrics by there, it's almost got like this slight fuzzy, comforting feel. I like it. This one, I would repurchase it, and I think I did during the last SAS. I think my sister also likes that one. I would also get it in like, let's say, a room spray. Next, I do not remember using up this one, so it must be my sister's, or maybe it was. I don't know. This was used in a bathroom for sure. This is Vampire Blood Enhanced Fragrance. I think I got this free with like a coupon. Blood Red Strawberry, Midnight Blooming Jasmine, Dark Transylvanian Plum. There's something about this scent that I don't really care for, and I think I realized that, and I don't know if it's maybe the plum, or there's something about this that I feel like it needs a little oomph. I don't know if it needs like a spice note or maybe like something else. It just smells a little bit flat, like if you're drinking some type of like fruit juice. That it needs like a little bit of a zing to it. So I do get the strawberry, I do get the plum. The jasmine, not so much. I think I might smell that a bit more in the candle format, but it's been a while since I burned this one. So this one, I would not repurchase Vampire Blood in any format. I think I prefer Ghoul Friend a little bit more, and I know my mom likes that one as well. Next, we have a wallflower refill that my sister finished up in her office. We have Fresh Balsam. So I didn't read the fragrance notes before, so I'll read it right now. woodland balsam, crisp eucalyptus, fir branches, and cedarwood. This one's a classic. So it's funny because my sister pretty much almost always likes the scent for the first 3 days to a week. And then she's like, I'm tired of the scent. Or I think it's because it's so constant that she goes nose blind to it. But I feel since I'm not in her office all the time, I can always detect it and I don't go nose blind to it. Obviously, well, not obviously, but maybe it's not as intense as it was before, but I can always detect it. And I think at that point where she can't detect it, she has about 50% left of the refill to use up. So I am looking out for a I don't know, like a coupon or a promotion with the Duo Wallflower plug. I have one and I would give it to her, but I have like a little bit of a sentimental attachment to it. But that's all to say, fresh balsam, I really like it. I would always repurchase it, but towards the end of it being in her office space, she got a bit tired of it. But I'm sure if she had that Duo plug, she wouldn't get tired of it. Okay, lastly, we have some candles. I think these are all from my sister, yeah. First one, we have Sunset in Maui. I bought this maybe like 2 or 3 SASs ago, and I discovered that I don't like one of the fragrance notes in here. It might be the papaya. Yeah, sun-kissed papaya, hibiscus flowers, ripe pineapple with natural essential oils. So this one, she burned it once, but I think it was just okay. And I think she wanted to test out how it would perform in her candle crock. And I think it was a little bit stronger in her candle crock. So you can see right there, she burned it once, then put it in her candle crock. And then I wanted to make sure that all of the fragrance oils were used up. So I put it underneath my candle lamp. There was a little bit more fragrance. I think I got maybe half a day to a day more. And then I thought, I don't really care for the scent, so let me stop putting it underneath my candle lamp. And I think the reason why I don't care for the scent is definitely the papaya note. My dad loves eating papaya, but I feel like it has this almost overripe smell to it that I don't care for. The pineapple note in here isn't super sweet, so maybe if it was, I don't know, maybe if there was like a little bit more of something else, I would enjoy it. But yeah, Sunset in Maui is not a scent that I would repurchase, but my sister did enjoy having that. I want to say she has other scents that she likes a little bit more, but if it was on sale, I think she would pick it up again. Okay, next we have one that my sister burned all the way down. We have lemon espresso twist. So this one, it was interesting. Okay, first let me read the scent notes. Espresso beans, warm vanilla, lemon peel. Did I write down any notes? Yes, I did. I wrote down some notes. So that's how it looks like. So I wrote the first 1 to 2 burns were very, very low. It was borderline unscented. And my sister's like, I'm about to put this candle in the crock. And then I told her, no, I know a lot of people like this scent. Just give it another burn, hold off. And then she said it came to life at like burn 3 or 4. And that was medium to medium strong. And that she would repurchase this. So I don't know why those first 2 burns were really, really low and unscented, because I think she had it burning for about 3 to 4 hours each. So maybe it just took a while to get going. But yeah, I was surprised as well. This is one that I would repurchase. I do have one, but I haven't gone around to it. I remember when I first smelled this one, I thought, oh, this just kind of smells like coffee and sugared lemon zest. But no, it's a really good one. It's got a good combination. It is sugary, kind of like if you have your coffee, no milk or creamer, and then you just put some sugar, yeah, some like a lemon sugar concoction in there. I like it. I would repurchase this one. I'm kind of bummed out that I didn't try this before because I believe I got this for 75% off. So yeah, that's one that my sister would repurchase. And I think her all-time favorite scent as of 2025, maybe 2026. I haven't bought a lot of candles from Bath and Body Works, so maybe there's another one that she would like more than this one. And I feel like each time that she sees my friend Lizzie, Hazel83, she does her hauls, and her store recently became a Bath and Body Works outlet. I think she said that she hauled like 8 of these, and my sister's like, we need to try to see if our closest outlet has that. And I told her, I'm like, our closest outlet is like an hour and a half to maybe 2 hours away. I don't know if I'm driving that far, but that is Neapolitan ice cream. It's got that weird funky lid. I think my sister said that she would reuse this for something. I think I told her that she can put like her let's say cold drinks in there and maybe just kind of line this with something. We'll see. I'll give it to her and see what she uses. She liked it so much that she even put this in her crock. That's why they're really separated. But around right here in the brown chocolate layer, I think that it got a little bit murky. It's a little hard to tell, but the wax did get a bit discolored, but you could still smell the fragrance and it didn't smell like scorched or anything. I feel like it just smelled more and more like ice cream on top of a cookie. Think Pizookie. I think I have a full dedicated review to this one. The only thing is that I feel like in my medium-sized bedroom that's further away at the end of the hallway, it didn't really perform that well. But in my sister's room, she has better airflow, and I think it's a little bit smaller, so it did well in her space. So anyways, this one, the fragrance notes are strawberry sauce, vanilla buttercream, and milk chocolate. So yeah, I would repurchase if I saw this even for like $10, $12 and gift that to my sister because it seems like she really likes it. So yeah, this was, I think, her favorite candle or product, followed by lemon espresso twist. So yeah, that was everything that I used up. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.